Okay, we're live. We're here to do a special event. This is the official Blood of Zeus Netflix series crossover. Animated series, Western anime as I like to call them, with Immortals Fenix Rising, the open world Ubisoft game. Pretty much Zelda Breath of the Wild with a Greek mythology skin on it. The world should look prettier, but we're like in a small in-game event right now. It's like a storm, if you will, so enemies might pop up. But right now, by the way, I just finished showcasing Jake the Dog. Jake the Dog is in this game. You could pay, from Adventure Time, you could pay to get this skin, which is a Jake the Dog bird skin for your bird. I did not expect him to be able to appear in cutscenes, so I wanted to test that out, which I just did. And incredibly, he does appear in the cutscenes, and it's better than I could have expected. So I'll put that right at the end of this if you're watching on YouTube. So trust me, stick around after the Blood of Zeus crossover if you like Jake the Dog or Adventure Time, because trust me, it lives up to the hype. But that's not why we're here. So first of all, I think the quest is right here with this ghost. Yeah, it is. By the way, when the tree is shining, cut it down because you're going to get a little egg here, golden amber. So again, I wish it was pretty. I don't know why this is happening, the whole spewing magma and fire everywhere, but here we go. This is it. This is where it starts. Now, before we do that, by the way, first of all, this had a time limit on it. This had 1 week only, I believe, 7 days for a crossover event, which means it's not going to be big. You know what I mean? It's not high budget. It's not crazy. Plus, they put it like right at the beginning, so you don't need to grind for it. I did, even though I didn't need to. And they show you the rewards you get. First of all, the second one, it just looks like a bald head cut, like when you shave yourself bald and then you wait a week, the hair that's there. That looks like what they give you, which is pretty ridiculous because in the show, only Ares has that haircut, and he's not that important. So I guess you can unlock it. Ares' bald cut, you know what I mean? And the other haircut is from the female lead character. She's a blonde. It's showing up red there, which is a mistake. And finally, is you should get a weapon. Like, there's a sword in the show that is prominent. They could have done that. Or a warhammer that Ares uses, but in this case all you get is the amulet, which by the way makes no sense because you can't put a necklace on your character. Like, all you have is armor, helmet, wings, and then your weapons. So I'm pretty surprised that that's even an option. So here we go, without further ado. Okay, there's no voice acting here. A curse from above or a blessing. Was he a savior of worlds? Okay. The gods and the fates determined his adversities, but his mother taught him love, hope, and love. Taught him love, hope, and love? Okay. Even when she was taken from him, he held on. Even in the face of gods and monsters, she would never leave his heart. This is what I meant by low budget, by the way. So the fact that there's no voice acting shows you. Never let them take you whole. Who will you be when you face them? So, okay, clearly the story is not where it's at. Like, that was just a poem, and to be honest, it could have nothing to do with the show, right? I'm not placing it. What I'm expecting is either a zombie humanoid creature, or they do have a Cerberus in the show, and you do face Cerberuses in the game. So again, in terms of expectations, it could be anything. But we'll get there. By the way, this should clear up this whole sky thing. Again, I have no idea why this is happening. In game, it shouldn't be happening. And I don't know, we'll see. And the mini boss might show up. If I kill the mini boss, then this should clear up. So that will help the atmosphere. Okay, so meanwhile, while we're making our way here, let's talk about the show. I love the show. I gave it a 9 out of 10 overall. Season 1, 9 episodes on Netflix. It's a Western anime, as I call it, it has the same style as Avatar: The Last Airbender. Cerberus from another world. I think that might be it, by the way. Okay, I do want to finish my thoughts, so let me climb this tower. So yeah, season 1, 9 episodes. It's the same style as Avatar, Voltron, and Castlevania. So it looks like anime, but it's made from a Western studio. Oh, there we go. By the way, the sky finally cleared up. Thank God. That feels good. It's nice. It's nice out again. So yeah, and Blood of Zeus is pretty much, it is Greek mythology, just anime. So anime is always over the top. It goes for it. It's ballistic. It's in your face, and it's pretty much it. And it's a Greek tragedy, capital G, capital T, extremely dramatic. I'm not saying it's devoid of comedy or humor, but I cannot remember a single joke from that show. So it's very heavy. It's why I could not binge it. By the way, the weather system is being showcased big time here. Like the clouds change color. Now it's a whole different vibe. By the way, there's Jake. Jake joining us. Jake the dog. And yeah, so we'll jump straight into combat. But if you love Greek mythology, which by the way is probably the best mythology ever created in human history, and if you like anime, you're gonna love the show. Love, love, love it. Otherwise, I still recommend it. At least watch the first 3 episodes. Give it a taste. Incredible action, incredible everything. It is anime Greek mythology. It is really that simple. All the gods, the worlds, you know, the lore. You got the fates. They show you like Haron, the boatman, the ferryman of hell. You know, they show you hell, their version of hell, which is the underworld, of course. But in this case, I believe it was Asphodel. And the crazy thing is, I've been playing Hades. Hades, which is my game of the year 2020, which is all about Greek mythology, same thing. Where in that game you play as Zagreus, the son of Hades. And in Blood of Zeus, the main character is Heron of, I won't tell you, but he has lineage and he's important. So without further ado, I think this might be it. By the way, I'm spinning my wheels here because I'm kind of worried that this is it. By the way, it is a unique creature. I have not seen this version of Cerberus, so they created a unique enemy for this DLC. Oh. And I got wrecked. I thought I grinded for this. Oh my god. When you think you've grinded, but you still get destroyed within seconds. Gotta love it. I think I'll be able to survive. Oh my god, you have no idea how much I grinded. I saw that you unlock this quest like 4 hours in, so it's no big deal. But I put in like 15 hours in the past 3 days. Also because I've been captivated by the game, you know. But still, I thought it would be enough. Anyway, here we go. So, attack up potion, defense up potion, and now it's all about skill, baby, so wish me luck. Wake up. By the way, we should have got a stealth attack on. To be honest, if I dodge right, we're good. Because it gives me that Bayonetta bullet time. And I can see that I do enough damage in terms of attack, so I'm not too worried. Nope. Gotta be worried about that AoE. It's chaotic here, but man, I gotta be careful. A few hits, and I'm dead. But as you can see, a few hits and he's gonna die, so we got this. No problem. Oh, that's it. Now he lost his armor. It's over. Now just wail on him. Oh. Nice. Oh, is that it? Okay, that's what happens when you beat a unique creature. I think that might be it. Nope. Okay. Defeat the Chimera. Okay, so we're battling uniquely skinned enemies from the series, or at least that's the idea. Yeah, Chimera. Which again, by the way, there's no Chimera in the show. I'm pretty sure about this. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. So I'm just trying to find a spot where I can fast travel that's relatively close, which is not the case. So we'll have to do a little bit of traveling. But yeah, that enemy, by the way, because I'm over-leveled, if you will, and I've been doing, like, that was one of the hardest fights since I've started playing. Which is not saying a lot, I know, but that's just how it's been. So yeah, we'll go from here. But as I've said, we had to lower our expectations, right? Because it's such a small amount of time, and it's such a specific crossover. It's hard to believe they would go all in, especially budget-wise. So to be honest, hard fights with different skin animals, I'm perfectly fine with. The problem I'm facing is that, like I said, the Chimera, there is no Chimera in the show, and if there is, it didn't matter. There's a Cerberus for sure, and he did not look like the one we faced, which was blue. He was red. The problem with that is that the Cerberus in this game normally are red. So it would be like facing a normal one, which would be disappointing. So they were like stuck, you know, they were stuck between a, I don't know what the expression is, but a rock and a hard place. They were screwed pretty much. But the fact that it exists at all, it's made me watch the show. It's made me grind this game. So, like, they did it, you know what I mean? In their eyes, this is a win. They got me to watch a full season of a show. I took days out of my life to make sure I got the most out of this crossover. And to be honest, I have zero regrets. Both from playing this game and watching the show, because both have been extremely satisfying. So again, I'm not complaining at all. But plus, like I said before, I did the Jake the dog thing right before doing this. And that was unexpectedly wonderful, you know, in a game type of way. Like, it's not like the animated Jake into the cutscenes, it's just a skin. But him being in the cutscenes made those cutscenes so much more better. So much better. And surprisingly so, like, it was pretty funny. And I'm pretty sure the developers, when they put Jake the dog in, they did not think, you know, oh, this is going to make the bird cutscene so much better. It just happenstance. By the way, have I faced a Chimera in this game, period? I don't remember I have, so this might be an extremely hard fight. If you thought the last one was hard and I got wrecked within seconds, this is a whole other ball game, but no problem. Oh, you know what? I have faced the... Yeah. But they're not easy. Oh, crap. See, like... I have no idea where he went. Okay, wait. Oh, I never remember seeing that attack. Dear Lord. Yeah, we got this. No problem. Yeah, it's my defense that's extremely weak, which means my equipment. But other than that, my attack power is perfectly fine. So as long as I dodge... Yeah, no problem. So right now, there you go. Now he's staggered. Now it's easy peasy, baby. See ya, Chimera. So, now, what could they have done to fix the fact that this crossover is not really a crossover? They just used the name of both things, and they put a cool quest line and a reward that looks like something out of the show, right? So how do you make it better? The thing about the show that is so epic is that it's a story in 3 parts. There's 3 perspectives. By the way, yeah, I gotta find where the new spot is. Oh shit, I've never been there before. So, man, we're going to unknown territories here. Pretty pumped about this. New environment that I've never seen. But, so yeah, 3 perspectives. So you got the human perspective, which is Heron, our main character, who's a bastard. And you got some, like, soldiers from the, you know, the Greek army and whatever. So you got that perspective. You got the gods perspective, which is, of course, the coolest one. So you got Zeus, big time. Hera, which is his main squeeze. Poseidon's in there. Hermes has got a big part. Hermes is badass, man. He has some of the coolest scenes in the entire show. Ares, of course. And others show up, you know, like Aphrodite's in the background. Hard to miss. Where am I? But, and the third perspective is the villains, which in this case is, it's hard to explain, but it's remnants of the Titans, right? So the gods beat the Titans, and then the Titans broke off pieces of themselves, which became giants, which are kaiju monsters like Godzilla. Oh man, I love these creatures, but we can't fight them right now. We gotta get to where we gotta be. And finally, when the gods beat the giants, human beings ate the giants. Again, this is not spoilers, like, this is the birth of the villains. And those human beings became demons, right? So demons, the main demon is the main villain. There's other aspects that I won't spoil. We can't make that. I mean, I can make it, but I'd be, like, wasting all my potions. So be it. We have to. We have to make it. We're obligated just to finish this quest. Man, how... They expected players to be really high levels for this to... Thank God I put in the time, or else we wouldn't have been able to finish. Like, just this alone. I need to have enough potion capacity and stamina capacity to even make it to where it is. So it's good. At least only 3 potions, but still. It's not nothing. So I guess we have a snow environment here. Pretty cool. I love the biomes. So yeah, the demons. So... my idea here for this crossover would be to, man, you can't put a god because the gods are not in this game and they're not the enemies. The only thing you could do is make the humanoid demons an enemy, but even that's impossible. You do have demons in the game, but they're like fodder, and they're pretty simple. Like, again, the same problem with the Cerberus. There's a Cerberus in the show, but he looks like the Cerberus in the game, so you can't really change him. They had to change him just to make it worth it, because they're normal creatures. So, like I said, they really were stuck. They're clearly were fans of the show, and of course there's money involved. I don't know if Netflix paid or Ubisoft paid. Regardless of who paid, there's money involved, right? But I don't think this type of crossover would happen if they weren't fans of the show, which is justified. Like, it's a well-regarded show. And the problem is, as much as I love it, and I gave it a 9 out of 10, the crazy thing is my entire channel and my entire... What I'm doing right now is I've been catching up on animated shows and animated films of 2020, and competition is fierce, man. Like, as fierce as it gets. So, even for as good as Blood of Zeus is, and trust me, it's fantastic. Like, it's not cracking the top 5, you know? But, if you love Greek mythology, and you love action, and you love, like, that Western anime style, it's tough to beat. But know that it's heavy. The tragedy of it all is thick. Gotta, like, the balls of the show is really... By the way, this whole voice acting here has nothing to do with the quest. This is just the main antagonist of the... We're supposed to be right here. Oh, we might get a cutscene. Oh, cutscene. Did not expect this. This might be what it's been all leading up to. Okay. Okay, Blue Rose in the show. Not a big part. Still kind of cool they stuck it in here. That's the most overt thing from the show. Oh no. Is that Zeus? No way. This is where they blow us away. Okay, no. Whew. They did the whole burning bush thing. I was like, there's no way they're going to create a Zeus character model. So there's the amulet. We did it. You know what? This makes me happy. This is as good as they could have done with what they had. Which is, of course, a limited amount of budget, limited reach, limited time. But that's it. Let's see what it is, because that's the thing. I cannot fathom what it's for. Okay, blue, 5% chance to strike up to 3 enemies with lightning on hit. Man, this is incredible. So this is just a thing you have that doesn't show up on your person, but forever affects the game. 5% chance, that is so cool. Because it's low enough so that it won't affect gameplay, not noticeably, but it's just high enough so that when it pops up, you'll be extremely happy. I spent the 20 minutes finishing this quest, the 3 hours it took me to finish the show, and the over 15 hours it took me to grind to get to this point, just to be able to fight these beasts without any trouble. So is it worth it? Yes, it really was. Mostly because of the show itself and the game itself, not the quest. But still, I'm very happy I did this. Good job on everybody. Good job on the game team for what they accomplished with what they had. Good job on the storytellers of the show to create a show that is good enough to be able to be crossovered with anything, let alone something so perfect as another Greek mythology game. So, and again, incredible show. If you love action, you love the shows I mentioned, Avatar in terms of style, Voltron, especially Castlevania, has a lot in common with Castlevania, both in terms of style and in terms of adult-oriented action series. And of course, you know, shout out to Hades. If you love the show, if you love this game, and you cannot go wrong with Hades. Again, Hades is my game of the year for a good reason. Number one of which is the storytelling. which is pretty much Greek mythology distilled. It's pretty crazy. And I might do a video on that, by the way. The fact that Greek mythology is so good. And it's funny, I was talking about Jake earlier. This is the last thing, I promise. Jake the dog being our bird, and how crazy that is. Another crazy thing that happened with Greek mythology is the show Samurai Jack from Genndy Tartakovsky, one of my favorite animators. He did Primal, which is one of the best. Speaking of which, Primal, to me, is better than Blood of Zeus, but they have a lot in common. Primal is about a caveman, almost no dialogue. It's him and a dinosaur going on 2D violent adventures through caveman times. It's beautiful. But the thing with that Samurai Jack, samurai, same type of thing. Very silent, very stoic. But there's an episode called Samurai Jack versus the 300, which is the classic story of the 300 Spartans. And spoiler for the 300 Spartans storyline, it's a classic story. If you haven't seen the movie 300, I would turn it off right now because I am going to spoil it. But at the end of that story, as it's always been, they die. Everybody dies. The 300 fall, right? That's the ending of the movie, that's the ending of the story. But in Samurai Jack, because of him, and now they are 301, and again, Samurai Jack is extremely special, they succeed. They actually find a way to win. And this story, in this game, Immortals Fenix Rising, you play as Fenix. I don't even know if her name is Fenix, but regardless, she's a normal mortal. And the same thing with Blood of Zeus, in which the main character, Heron, who's a bastard, is pretty normal, you know what I mean? And that's what I love about Greek mythology. The mythology itself and the lore is so good. All you gotta do to completely reinvent Greek mythology in film, TV, games, whatever, is to add plus one. That's all you gotta do. So you put like Zeus plus Heron, right? Like in Hades, it's Hades plus his son Zagreus, right? Samurai Jack, just put Samurai Jack in there. And Greek mythology always has that idea. Kratos from God of War, the son of Ares. Same thing. It's just so simple because the rest of it is so well done and complete. The lore, the world, the mythology, that all you have to do is throw like whatever in there. You throw. Anyway, so that's why that will be complete. It's an endless amount of storytelling potential. And by the way, Blood of Zeus, complete. Like season 1, there is going to be season 2. I'm guessing. I don't know if it got renewed, but it feels complete and satisfying. You know, it's incredibly epic. So if you like anything I've said, those are the things to do. Hades, this game, Immortals Fenix Rising, Blood of Zeus, and check out that Samurai Jack episode if you haven't. Trust me, it's worth it. It's 20 minutes. You won't regret it. So Greek mythology for the win. Autodale is next. The grand finale of the Autodale animated series in which I did the watch-along. Fantastic stuff. Highly recommend it. Just look it up. Autodale animated series on YouTube. You will not be let down. So until next time, this has been great. Peace.